Have you ever felt like your self-worth depends on your grades? Like one bad test suddenly makes you feel not smart enough? That feeling is way more common than people think. When students start believing their value comes from marks, school becomes stressful instead of motivating. Instead of seeing challenges as chances to learn, they start avoiding them because they're scared of failing. And instead of focusing on learning, they focus only on the results. This pressure can lead to stress, burnout, and even lower motivation, not because students don't care, but because they care too much about being perfect. And the real issue is this. When your confidence rises and falls with every test score, even a small setback can hurt your sense of identity and make learning feel unsafe.
In social psychology, self-esteem is how much value we believe we have. But when self-esteem becomes contingent, meaning it depends on achievements like marks or awards, it becomes fragile. A student might feel great when they succeed, but one mistake can suddenly feel like a personal failure. This increases anxiety, lowers confidence, and actually makes learning harder. Healthy, stable self-esteem means seeing your worth even when you struggle. It creates space for growth, reflection, and effort, not fear of disappointing others. A 2023 study by Acosta Gonçalves surveyed 243 university students to see how self-esteem and motivation affect performance. The results showed that self-esteem strongly affects emotional engagement, basically how students feel about learning. But motivation had an even bigger effect on academic engagement, how students behave and participate. And that engagement is what actually predicts performance. The study also found that students who use metacognitive strategies like planning, monitoring, and evaluating their learning perform better overall. So success isn't only about confidence, it is also about how you think and approach learning.
Let's look at what schools can actually do to help students learn better. Instead of focusing only on grades, schools can teach students to value the process of learning. One way is encouraging a growth mindset, so students see mistakes as chances to improve instead of failures. A simple strategy is asking students to reflect on what they have learned after an assignment, not just the mark they received. Teachers can also use metacognitive activities, like letting students redo assignments to show improvements and learn from feedback. And small changes in feedback make a big difference. Shifting from "you got this wrong" to "your strategy here was good" or "your plan well" teaches students that effort and progress matter. When schools praise persistence, reflection, and improvement, not just high marks, students develop more stable, lasting self-esteem, and learning becomes something safe, meaningful, and motivating again.